So I'm gonna be here till like 7 p.m. probably without escape. We're gonna start using IXL, which is a whole nother can of worms. I just don't even want to talk about it right now. Okay, we'll talk about it. It's like I get ahead on my slides, and then I catch up to myself a little bit, and then I get a little bit ahead, so it's like a constant race. Good morning. Let me fix the camera. Good morning, everyone. My name's Kitty, and I'm a third grade teacher in the state of Florida, and I'm so glad you guys are here for a week in my life. It is Tuesday. It's February 20th. We had yesterday off for President's Day, which I'm very, very grateful for. Today's going to be a super duper long day, though, which I'm kind of dreading, but it's fine. Well, I'm not really dreading. Like, it's not going to be awful. It's just going to be really long because I'm here early. I'm getting my stuff set up, and then I have school all day, and then we have a faculty meeting after school. After the faculty meeting, we have a training, and then this evening we're hosting a parent information night for the FAST test, which is the state test that Florida is using. You might have heard, if you're in Florida, you might call it the FAST test. We're trying to call it FAST, so students don't go fast. But we're hosting a parent night for that. So I'm going to be here till like 7 p.m. probably without escape. But that's okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fun. I had all day off yesterday to rest and relax. I slept in. I made prepped salad stuff for lunches this week. And then I went to a park downtown, and I did some walking and some jogging. My knee is hurting a little bit, which is the pits, but it's okay. I'm thinking it just feels like it needs a good stretch, kind of. Like when I'm standing on it, it feels like a little strained, kind of. So it's not like pain, more just like strain feeling, but that's okay. And then we had Bible study last night, so it was a very restful weekend in general. I just kind of laid low, hung out, did nothing school related, and I left Friday afternoon. I left kind of late, which was good though, because I got a lot of stuff done. So I really tried to prep my drawers for the week, prep my slides for the week, things like that. So I'm feeling very prepared for today, which is good. As far as what we're doing today, it's a test day for language arts. So we're going to do our poetry tests and our word study quiz on long A and long E. So tomorrow we'll be starting like a new unit cycle or whatever. That sounded like unicycle. Unit cycle. It'll be unit 4. Actually, we'll be switching units entirely. We'll be in unit 4, week 1. And then we're finishing up math today. It's the last lesson in chapter 8, which has been division review, which means tomorrow we'll review and then the next day we'll test. So we've got 2 tests this week. So really what I'm going to have this afternoon is a lot of grading that I'm not going to be able to do just yet, which is kind of the pits. I try to grade as they turn them in. So like while I'm giving accommodations or while students are working on tests, I grade word study quizzes to have those out of the way. But we'll see how much I actually get done. The rest of it will be left for tomorrow because I have duty and then faculty meeting and then training and then parent night. So that'll be fun. I also brought this in. They were buy one, get one at Publix. And so I got the watermelon scent. I've gotten that one before and it was really nice. This one still has scent in it though, so I'm just going to put that in the cabinet. And I think that's it. I did have one person reach out to me and ask me about my wall back here, and so I just thought, like, while I'm sitting here and it's on my mind, I would share about it. So this is my like reading skills wall. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'll have to stand up. There we go. This is my reading skills wall, and each one of the headings is like something that I took from the best standards, which is what Florida teaches from, that we teach in 3rd grade. So I have plot and setting, analyzing characters, theme, descriptive language, text features, author's claim, central idea, author's purpose, and then all of the different text structures. The first 2 cabinets are mostly fiction skills, like theme, descriptive language, analyze characters, plot, and setting. The second two are mostly informational, so text features, central idea, author's claim, author's purpose. And author's purpose can be a little bit of fiction as well, because if like the purpose is to entertain. And then text structures are on a cabinet of their own. So what I've been doing this year is we've kind of supplemented our reading curriculum. Sorry, y'all, I'm just going ham with this tripod. We've kind of supplemented our reading curriculum with text. So the first day that we introduce a skill, we'll use a picture book text to introduce it. And then we go into our textbook. So if you take a look at like theme is one that we've done a bunch. So like the very first time we did theme, I read the book Tops and Bottoms to introduce the concept, and then our weekly story was Why the Sky is Far Away. Then the next time we did it, I read The Water Princess, and then we read these two texts in our textbook. So I just keep any book up there. It makes it really easy that I use to teach like a skill, and it makes it really easy for me to reference while I'm teaching as well, because if you were like in the middle and you're trying to make a connection with the text or with the skill and you're like, remember when we learned about theme? I mean, the kids don't remember when we learned about theme. They were gonna be like, what? Theme? What's that? But I was like, okay, let's look up at the cabinet. And we read Tops and Bottoms. And do you remember what the theme of that story was and how there was a lesson that the bear and the hare had to learn? And I think that's been really helpful and like a great tool for teaching this year, because they can remember the stories and then they're like, oh yeah, we found the lesson. I'm like, okay, that's what we're doing again. So that's kind of like my ELA cabinets, and I've really loved them a lot. Also, it's really fun for me to add like another story. Like tomorrow we'll read another one, so I get to add another one up there, and that's a blast. So, but that's all for now. I'm gonna drink my coffee and get ready for this crazy day. I might be doing morning duty for one of my coworkers this morning. So look at this one piece of hair that's like uncurled itself. So annoying. It's fine though. It's totally fine. I did like loose curls and brushed through them this morning because my hair was a little crazy from yesterday, but it's cool. All right, I'm gonna put this away and sit down and work on my morning slides and get everything ready to go in my room. That way, if I go to morning duty, it'll be ready. Sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. 'Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower lane. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. Go and open the door. And I've been waiting so long. The time for you has come. I want to show. The rain has been around for way too long. 'Cause baby, like, ooh, 'cause baby, like, ooh, 'cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower lane. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. 'Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Let me move the camera a little bit. And cough, my gosh. Currently February 21st. I did not pick up the camera again yesterday because I did not leave the school until like 7 o'clock. Actually, I got home at 7 o'clock. I was here for essentially 12 hours. Everything went fine. The day was great. We taught everything we needed to. I was really tired all day. I graded like a mad woman because I had so much grading to do. And I still didn't finish it all because when the afternoon hit, we took a science quiz. We did our mystery science. So now we're done with science. We're moving on to social studies, which is regions of the United States, which is why I was hanging that map. And then right after science was over, I had afternoon duty. So I watched all the car riders as they were being picked up. And then right after that, we had a faculty meeting in the media center at 3:15. So I came back here. Ow, hairspray. I came back here, I grabbed a bubbly and went down to the faculty meeting. And right after the faculty meeting, we had a training for IXL because we're going to start using IXL, which is a whole nother can of worms. And then that I'll open later. I just don't even want to talk about it right now. I like it. It looks great, but Okay, we'll talk about it. I like it. It looks great. It looks like one of the best online math programs that we've been exposed to. However, I'm having online math program whiplash because we were told at the beginning of the year to use this to Fidelity, and the district's deciding if we want it again next year. And then it wasn't very great and it lagged. And so we found something else as a team. We use Happy Numbers, which is we're using the free account right now, and our students love it, and it's better at showing strategies, and the data looks, it's just been great. But we're using that, and we're using Waggle that comes with our curriculum. So I've been using both, just at different times. And now they're like, okay, we want you to use iExcel. And I'm like, okay, but now you wanted us to use this one, and then we're using this. There's just so many programs. So I'm like, I wish we could consolidate it all. And I'm like, it's the middle of February, so why don't we start this next year? But it's okay. They did tell me I don't have to do the diagnostic. It's not required to do the diagnostic, which is good because I'm not going to. Even if it's a good feature, I already have them with the diagnostic on the other two programs, and I'm not going to have them sit down and take another diagnostic test. I can assign things that are based on the standards that we're working on, and then I can go back and see what standards they need more work on based on state testing results, and I can assign them things for that. So I'm going to keep the control and the power and not make an automatic path on it yet, if that makes sense. Maybe next year. So now, and then after that, which I forgot to say, after the training, we came back. We ate a cookie because the presenter brought us Panera cookies, which was so nice. And then we had our fast parent night. And so that was fun. It went well. I wish more parents had been there, but I think it was great for the people who showed up and for the turnout that we had. So I might be making I don't know. We're probably going to send out those slides or do something for the parents who were unable to attend or did not come, but that's to be determined. So now I'm here early in the morning because I am looking at what I need to do today because I have an IEP meeting this morning. I don't know if I told you yesterday, but yeah, partners as a class. I thought my IEP meeting was in the morning yesterday, and it was not. It was today. And so I'm here earlier than usual. It's just now 7:05 and all my stuff is booted up and the map is hung, and I'm chatting with you guys because I have an IEP meeting at 8. And then I have another teacher who's coming in to observe me teaching math this morning. And I was like, I know what I'm doing in math. We're doing the chapter review, but I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet because each time I do the chapter review, it's a little bit different depending on how they're doing in the chapter. Well, this is the second time we've done division. It should be pretty easy. So I'm going to let them work with partners and then just pull the kids that I know need me as their partner. And we're going to do small group here for I don't know, 20 minutes to get a certain number of these done. And then some of them will be assigned for homework. Some of them will go over as a whole class. So I'm here, I'm going to make the partners. I'm going to write down what numbers I want them to do with their partners, what numbers I want them that we're going to do up together, which ones are going to be homework. I was like, oh gosh, yeah, they can come observe me, but I don't have it together because I didn't have time yesterday. And then I have planning a team meeting during my planning today. And so I was like, I don't even have time to get my reading stuff together. And we're starting Unit 4, Week 1. And all my poetry posters are still up. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I'm here. Math is my number one priority. We're going to do that first. I'm hoping maybe we'll have time at the end of our grade level meeting and I can at least run through my reading or at the least look through my reading slides. The good news is I've already planned it all because I did the slides. I just have to refresh my memory on it and erase my old vocabulary, maybe take down my poetry posters, things like that. But yeah, so I'm going to have to let you guys go. I'm going to sit here and sip my coffee and I'm going to look at the numbers that I want to do for each thing. But I got to let you go because I got to get this stuff done and I'll probably check in later at the end of the day. We're also on schedule to finish Tale of Despero today. So I'm excited about that. And I got my coffee. So I'm good to go. It looks like a lot of coffee, but this is a skinny mug and I put milk in it. So there you go. Or maybe it is a lot of coffee because I'm going to be tired today. I don't know. I did dress for success though. Let me show you my outfit. All right, we're rocking the Old Navy professional look. This is I don't know, I'd say not a tweed, but what is this called? is it like linen? I don't know. It's a white blazer from Old Navy. I got it this summer. Also got this tank top from Old Navy this summer. These jeans I got from my cousin-in-law. They're also from Old Navy. Wide leg, black jeans. Snake booties are not from Old Navy. But I decided to wear a blazer because I was like, I'm going to dress for success today. And it's super comfy. It's a little bit cold outside, but I think it's supposed to be up to like 70 by this afternoon. Hashtag Florida. Also, the mirror needs to be cleaned. I know. Somebody like send me a message or comment and say, pack glass cleaner to take with you today. And so it'll pop up on my phone and I'll remember. And then the turn-in tray is just exploding with things that I haven't finished grading yet, even though I graded a ton of stuff yesterday. So here we go. Here's our Wednesday. I feel like I'm moving a million miles an hour already, and it's only 7:09. It's all another flower lane. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. Good morning and happy Thursday. It's Thursday the 22nd. We're taking a math test today. Yay. Okay. So I did not pick up the camera yesterday afternoon. I actually got a ton done in my classroom, and I filmed a little mini vlog for my Instagram. I'll like pop it right here so you can see it. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or not, but it was kind of fun to film like a little reel style vlog instead of like a YouTube vlog. So I did that yesterday afternoon, kind of impromptu. I just set up my camera and followed myself around as I was like closing things out in my classroom. But the day went really well yesterday. We got everything done that we needed to, but the best part of the day was that we finished The Tale of Despero. And when I got to the end of the story, all the kids started to clap. It was so good. And that's the movie we're watching for our AR party in like 2 weeks. So that'll be really fun. We're slacking on our AR goal a little bit. And so I'm trying to get the students to like see, right now we only have 4 people who have met their goal, and we only have 14 days left, because our AR party is going to be in about 2 weeks. So they have a little less than 2 weeks to meet their goal. Yikes. So anyways, hopefully more people will start to meet their goals this week. I saw a lot more reading happening yesterday, for real during our AR time, and a lot more people who chose AR as their free choice. I send home their AR progress every single week in their Friday folder so they can see where they are. I write down their percentage and their points. But yeah, I think some of them have just kind of been sitting and not really reading anything this 9 weeks. But that's just me. So hopefully the AR party will pick up the pace, because we're going to watch The Tale of Despero, the DVD. I got it from Walmart. I had to order it because we can't stream anything this year. We can only do DVDs. So we're going old school. So I had to get onto Walmart's app and order The Tale of Despero to have it shipped to my house, which I did. So that will be really fun. Today we're going to start to read The Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing, because I needed something short. I have, like I said, about 2 weeks left until spring break. I have 3 other books on my list of books that I want to read for my class that I read last year that I enjoyed. One of them is Wonder, and I'm planning on starting that when we come back from spring break, because I love Wonder so much. The other one is The Lemonade War, and that one's really good when we teach economics, which we won't do till like towards the end of the year. And so I'm like, I'll do Wonder, and then I think I'll do Lemonade War, because maybe we'll be touching on economics by then. Probably. And then the last one I want to finish off with is Fourth Grade Rats. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze all 3 of those in. It's because I start with Third Grade Angels at the beginning of the year. Fourth Grade Rats is the sequel. So I want to read that one to them at the very end of the year. And I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze all 3 of those books in 9 weeks, because Despero took us this long. It took us like 7 weeks to get through Despero, and Wonder's going to be really long. And The Lemonade War isn't long, but it's also not short. So I'm doing The Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing right now because it's just 10 chapters. I was like, okay, I can do that. We have about 12 school days left. And there's some days that I can read a little extra, like on field day or something like that, to get through it. So that's what we've got going. Some of my kiddos even took an AR test on The Tale of Despero yesterday. Oh, and they did really good. I always tell them, I'm like, we did this out loud. I read it out loud to you, so I'm not going to help you with the questions. This is a story that was read to you, and we review it every day. I talk about what happened in the previous chapters, and we're always reviewing the story. I said, so if you feel comfortable and confident, go ahead and take it. So, but if you're one of those people who reads their own book when we do snack or goes to the bathroom or isn't really focused on the story during snack, maybe don't take this test because you don't want to drop your average down and you probably just didn't pay attention enough to pass the test. So some of them were nervous, but I looked through the questions. I was like, you guys can do it. Just read the questions. And I got some 80s and 90s on it, which was good. And it wasn't like an easy test by any means, but it wasn't super challenging, if that makes sense. So today's goal is to get through the math test in the morning. I have another meeting during my planning today. And then when we come back, we're going to do day 2 of our reading where we're working on chronological order. We're going to read our weekly text, which is The House That Jane Built. We're going to read it the first time together just to get a first read, which I'm excited for because yesterday I read a little bit longer for the Tale of Despereaux. So the rest of our lesson was like, hurry, hurry, hurry. So today, since we're just doing the first read, I have a feeling it'll go a lot smoother, and time-wise, I'm going to be like right on time, which is great. That's all I got. I'm going to sip on my coffee this morning. I'm going to work. I have eye doctor after school, so I'm going to have duty until like 3:15. My eye doctor's appointment, I think, is at 3:40. So I'm literally going to come down here, grab my stuff, and go. So hopefully I can get a lot done this morning. I finished my grading yesterday. That's why I stayed late yesterday. But I got to do Friday folders and like update their behavior and AR goals on there before tomorrow and finish sorting papers. So hopefully I can get all that done this morning, or my IEP meeting will be like a little bit shorter and I'll have a little time during planning to get that done. Because during our technology time, I'm hoping to conference with them on their test. It's the 3rd online test we've done. The first one was a doozy. Second one went much better. So I'm hoping this one will be even better for the kiddos and that I won't have to do quite as much conferencing. I started conferencing on the last test with anybody who was like a 75 or below, but my ones who were a little bit higher, only if it was a mistake that I felt like I wanted them to come look at with me. Otherwise, I just made notes on their paper because conferencing with each student after every test takes a lot of time. And so I'm like, well, if you only missed one question, I can correct that real quick. One question is fine. It's probably just a silly mistake. And if I really felt like I needed to talk to them about it, I did. But I got to crank through it because you blink and then you're doing another math test. It feels like sometimes. And then we're going to start chapter 10. And once we started chapter 10, it's only a few days long. And then we got chapter 11. And I haven't even done my slides for chapter 11. And I haven't done any of my copies for the next section of reading. So it's like it's like I get ahead on my slides and then I catch up to myself a little bit and then I get a little bit ahead. So it's like a constant race. Constant. But it's okay. Eye doctor will be great because I need a new pair of glasses and I'm going to have to order some more contacts. I'm also dressed today half and half for the weather. Florida weather is like driving me nuts right now because this morning it's 42 degrees outside. This afternoon it's going to be 72 degrees, which I'm sure you're like, it's like that where I live too. It's not just a Florida thing. I know it's like that in a lot of places. That's just the nature of the month of February. But up top, I'm dressed for the 40 degrees in this nice warm sweater. And then on the bottom, I'm wearing a skirt that's actually a dress from TJ Maxx that I just put the sweater over. So the skirt is definitely like ready for the 70 degrees. So I was cold coming in this morning, but the sweater was ready for the 40 degrees. So I bet by this afternoon, I'm going to be like, get this sweater off of me because it's going to be hot. But I was like, we'll do half and half. It'll be great. Okay. I've been sitting here talking for like 6 minutes, I think. So I'm going to get started with my stuff and I'll check in with you guys later.
Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower lay. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day.
Good morning, it's Friday. I got like one clip of my morning this morning and it was my feet walking into the school. Goodness. I went to the eye doctor yesterday afternoon. Sorry about that cough. And I left like right after school. So my board still has social studies up from yesterday. I haven't changed the calendar, haven't changed the helper, haven't changed the date, haven't changed the specials, none of it. So you get to walk and talk with me today because I don't have time to just set the camera down and sit down and chit chat. I gotta move. I got stuff I gotta do. So today is Friday. Oh gosh, I dropped the eraser. I'm already struggling. Let me set this down right here. Today is Friday. The eye doctor was fine. Took a while, but I got a new pair of glasses ordered, which is pretty exciting. I am glad it's Friday. Short weeks sometimes feel really long, and this one was no exception. It's felt like it's been a long week, even though it was a short week, but that's totally fine. Today's going to be a little wonky. We're supposed to have house meetings today, so I'm wearing my house colors. Red for Valor, which is courage in Spanish, because last time I said Valor on the camera, everybody was like, it's pronounced Valor. I know. In English, it's Valor. In Spanish, it's Valor. So we're doing the Spanish. Anyways, because people were very confused last time I said that was what my house name was. Anyways, is there anything else I need to fix? We have like a weird schedule because we have a house meeting today, but it's really just going to be a performance. Somebody from the local university is coming to do like a performance for my kiddos. Let me write this number on the board. And I said my kiddos, like it's just for my class. It's not. It's for all of 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade. So we're doing that instead of having like a house meeting where I have all the kids in Valor in my classroom and like I do a lesson with them, which is fine, but it's going to be from 9 to 10 and the kids come in at 8:20. So we're going to have enough time to come in. They're going to do stem bends for a little bit. We'll watch the news probably, and then we might do our 99 math. And I think that's probably all we're going to have time to do is our 99 math, like updating our times 8 facts that we've been doing. And that's probably all we're going to do this morning. And then I really can't skip teaching math. I don't know if I talked about this in last week's vlog or if I've shared about it this week, but we are putting the pedal to the metal on math lessons because we've got to teach a lot of content before the next round of state testing in May. And like, if I skip days, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to get to fractions, and I have to get to fractions. And I've already been putting like geometry in little pockets because I don't think we'll get to the whole geometry chapter. It's like, how did this happen? So I can't skip math today, but I can delay a reading lesson. So since the performance takes up my whole math block, I will be teaching math when we come back from special area and kind of flip-flopping it. Sometimes it's fun to like switch it up like that, but I'm going to flip-flop it and I'll pick up with our reading lessons on Monday. We're working on chronological order in biography, so it's not too tricky. Okay, I got most of my stuff done. Okay, I can sort papers while we chat. So it's not too tricky, but it's still going to take a few days to go over, but I can delay that and teach the next lesson for that next Monday, which is totally fine. But with it being a Friday as well, I have Friday folders that I need to fill, which I think I've already done most of it. I'm looking at, I don't even know if I have to sort these papers. This is all homework. Sometimes I send homework home, sometimes I don't because they get a lot of papers, and so I don't have anything to sort. Fantastic. Let me just get out the papers from the drawer and set those out for this morning. All right, I'm doing better than I thought I was going to do. So we'll probably come back from specials and do AR, and then we'll do a math lesson, and then we'll do our computer free time for the people who earned it, and if not, they'll keep working on their Lexia units. That's like what I anticipate happening this morning. And we'll do a quiz like during math, but it'll be in the afternoon. So it'll feel a little weird. But honestly, it's not that much teaching today because we have tech time, which will be much needed because I have a few students that I want to conference with after, I hit the tripod, after yesterday's test. And I was like, we need to conference and look over those mistakes together. Most of my class did really great though. And so like if they were at like an 80 or above, I'm not pulling them to conference. I'm just writing feedback on their sheets and sending it home because I don't have time because we're going to start the next lesson. So I kind of need to look at what the next lesson's going to be in math. I know it's chapter 10 and I know I have slides for it. Maybe I should pull that up, but I haven't pulled it up yet. And I made the slides like a couple weekends ago, just sitting out on my back porch while David was cutting down trees in the backyard or like trimming up trees. So anyways, I have just been rambling. I got a lot in my brain. So I kind of woke up early. Let's see, go math slides to try to get here to get some of the things that were in my brain out. And I think that's helped. I also like need to make sure I have everything ready to go for next week. That's what makes short weeks so hard. I'm telling you, because it's like all of your normal stuff that you do in a week is crammed together. So yesterday I was like, oh my gosh, it's already Thursday. So I had to fill out all their Friday folders. Today I'm going to have to stuff their Friday folders, but I usually do that when they're during their computer time, because then I can kind of keep an eye on the room. And then if I have any last minute papers that need to go in. Oh, shoot. I need geo boards. I need to send out an email to see if anybody has a class set of geo boards I can borrow. Okay, let me go do that. So I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully I'll be able to check in later and let you know how the day went.
'Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all